American democracy not officially decided by bullets now after a new wave of assassinations spread throughout the country. Legislative branch has now been replaced by a council of firearms. In other news, humanity finally becomes brave enough to ask the question of why do we bicker and fight each other over stupidity? To which the void of space answers, isn't it fun to be eternally tormented by your own doing like a bunch of clowns in a circus? And since the N.E.W.S isn't brave enough to ask for a follow-up interview with a void monster at the edge of space, I think we might as well move on to our next segment. Welcome back to the end of days. In French news, latest protests drawing millions of people to demand this, that, and the other thing immediately falls apart during a mildly rainy day. In science news, NASA live streams rich billionaires burning money in zero gravity to raise money for the Artemis program. In local news, reports show 60% of Americans are just one unplanned Chipotle burrito away from bankruptcy. In other news, clown dies surrounded by people laughing because everyone believed he was faking his death as a joke. In historical news, Genghis Khan awarded PhD by God in crimes against humanity, which is one more PhD than Jesus Christ had. In inventor news, Boy spends his entire life finding the very core of what it means to love. After discovering the maximum point of love, he gives it to his crush. The girl of his dreams responds with double it and give it to the next person. Continuing on, pharmaceutical company patents new life-saving drug, water. After clinical trials, they will begin distribution and sale of this highly expensive but critical drug for treating almost every disease. In satirical news, if truth and not truth are on the x-axis, and if good and evil are on the y-axis, smart and dumb on the z-axis, then satire operates entirely on the w-axis. Satire is a tesseract of infinite power. Everything I have said here is not devoid of truth or based on truth. Satire simply lives in a domain in which truth, lies, good, evil, smart, dumb no longer applies. That is all for the N.E.W.S.